What's up? Welcome into your Daily Buckeye Blitz for a Sunday. You know it's a Sunday fun day coming at you. A little later than normal, but hey, weekends are for fun, right? Yeah, Saturdays and Sundays are going to be a little later than normal, but you will still get your show, your Daily Blitz as usual. I promise that. So tonight, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, me, Jeff, and Sean on YouTube Live right here. Check us out. And we'll be talking playoffs. We really want to talk about this playoff format. We've got some pretty strong opinions on what we think is best. We're going to talk about all the details around it, like bye weeks, 12, 14, 16, how many teams, everything else around it. So check us out, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, live, and pop in the chat. Hit us with your questions. I'll have a question for the chat. I'd like to get your feedback and what you guys are thinking. It always helps steer the show and gives us a good gauge of what other Buckeye fans think, because everybody's a little different. So what else? Oh, hit the video vault. I'm dumping a ton of videos up there today, so please check that out. What else? Yeah, mostly it's highlight videos. We've got all of the 2025 recruiting offer videos up there, all the recruiting videos from Huddle and YouTube. Those are all there with no commercials. Again, no ads at all. So check it out. Get a free trial for 3 days. Check it out. And hit me if you have any requests. There's a button there to send a message directly to me if you're looking for a specific video. So thevideovault.com, the video vault at thebuckeyecast.com. Everybody knows it. All right. Today we're talking about the new hiring of Brandon. He goes by BT, Brandon Jordan. Is he replacing Larry Johnson? We already have Alan Clark. He's been on staff for 2 years now. Both these guys are like pass rush specialists, I would say. Brandon Jordan more so. That's his thing. So let's get into his profile, and then it's going to be story time with Uncle Joe. So kick back, relax. This might be a long one. You're welcome. That's what she said. All right. So Buckeyes add pass rush specialist Brandon Jordan to the staff. He'll be a GA, I believe. He's from New Orleans, started coaching in 2012. He has his own company, like many of these NFL trainers do that move around. His company is called Trench Performance. He worked with more than 200 NFL players, including Pro Bowlers Jadeveon Clowney, Buckeye Cam Hayward, Chandler Jones, Von Miller, TJ Watt, and a ton more. So in college, I'll give you a brief overview of his resume here. When he was in college, he played 1 season at Ouachita Baptist, never heard of it. Then 3 years at Missouri S&T as an offensive tackle, 07 to 09. He began his coaching career as an assistant offensive line coach at Missouri S&T, where he played. Notice I said offensive line, and he played offensive line. Then at McKendree University in the spring of 2013, he was a GA, focusing on offensive line and tight ends. He took the same job at Austin Peay that fall in 2013. Then for the next 2 years, he switched to D-line at Austin Peay. After that, he became a D-line coach at John Ehret High School in New Orleans. And you can see he's kind of moved around quite a bit. And then he started Trench Performance. He was hired. We'll get into his story and his background. It's really a rag to riches kind of story that kind of warms your heart. But Jordan was hired by Mel Tucker in 2022 at Michigan State as a pass rush specialist. I'm going to have a hard time with that one today. Can we call it PRS? Pass rush specialist. So he worked for the Spartans for 2 years. And then last year in 2023, he worked with the Seattle Seahawks on their staff, obviously as a PRS, my bad. So Brandon Jordan went from being out of work to training the NFL's best D lineman, then coaching at Michigan State, and back into the NFL with Seattle last year. Now, with the Buckeyes. So his coaching journey is unconventional, but he's just getting started. Really, he's what, a little more than 10 years in to his coaching career. So in January 2022, Michigan State head coach Mel Tucker hired Jordan to be their pass rush specialist. Until 9 years ago, Jeff's texting me. He knows I'm recording always. Anyways, until 9 years ago, Jordan never coached on the D line on the defensive side of the ball. More than that, he had been out of college coaching altogether from 2015 to 2021. For the average NFL or college football fan, who's 35, isn't a household name, but ask any NFL defensive lineman or edge rusher about him, and their eyes get wide. Kenny Clark, he was the Packers Pro Bowl defensive tackle, said, quote, "BT is different. As big guys on the defensive line, we have to have good feet. BT understands that. The footwork, using your hands, flipping your hips, all the things we do here, it translates to the game, and it translates quickly and effortlessly." So Jordan's path to this point has been anything but conventional. More than once, his journey seemed like it was about to hit a dead end. Like we talked about, after a college career as an O lineman, Jordan briefly played football in Norway and spent training camp with the Arena League's New Orleans Voodoo. There were several stops as an offensive line assistant with smaller college programs in Missouri, Arkansas, and Illinois. In 2014, Jordan was named the defensive line coach at Austin Peay. Brandon Jordan said, quote, "That was my first time ever coaching defense. I didn't know anything. All I knew was that the head coach told me to get those guys to get off the ball. So that's all I worked on. I made sure our D-line got off the ball. I didn't really have anybody teach me about that position." After 2015 season, the entire staff was let go, and Jordan had a hard time finding work. He sent out over 1,000 emails that offseason searching for anything, GA work, analyst jobs at every level, all the way down to Division III. He went to a coaching convention, didn't land a job, or even get a sniff. So he moved home. Jordan moved home to his parents' house in New Orleans. He worked maintenance and picked up trash at a local housing complex to make money. He messaged a local high school player who lived in his neighborhood and offered to train him, just to keep his coaching sharp. He knew he was new to coaching D-line, but the only way he was going to get better was to work at it. BT said, quote, "At the time, I didn't realize it, but like I tell players now, reps turn into habits. Reps make you better." And that's all I was getting, reps to become a better D-line coach. So Jordan also volunteered at Velocity. It was a local training facility. He ended up working there with more high school players, including Trey Turner. He's now a 5-time Pro Bowler. That led to 3 seasons volunteering as the D-line coach at John Ehret High School in New Orleans. During that time, it reinforced what he already knew. He didn't know how he was going to get there, but he wanted to coach. Part of what makes BT special is that he has a keen sense of himself and a deep understanding of what it means to help others, even as he was finding his way on his own. He said, quote, "The students didn't have the resources that people in other neighborhoods had to hire a trainer. This was my way to give back. And the thing is, training these kids was my therapy too. If I had something going on, I'd do this." So even though I was helping them, it was really helping me, and it turned into helping them. And the guys I trained there, they all ended up signing D1 scholarships. That's impressive. So Jordan still lived in New Orleans as the list of players he trained continued to grow. So he started filming his sessions, posting them on Twitter. And then initially the post didn't generate much interest, but it wasn't long before people noticed. One of those people was Rashad Whitfield, also known as the Footwork King. If you're on Twitter, you probably have seen his stuff around. He trains some of the best athletes on the planet. Whitfield invited Jordan down to Houston, where he was based. Jordan still hadn't landed full-time work and was about to quit coaching football altogether. Then one of his training videos went viral, and a friend convinced him that he could make a career training players. So he took the leap. In 2018, BT moved to Dallas. The first week after he got to Dallas, he landed his first big-time NFL client. Jordan said, quote, "Me and Snacks worked out 5 days a week, grinding and all, and we started putting videos out. Next thing you know, Gerald McCoy messaged Snacks asking who I was. McCoy came to Dallas the next week, and I was working with them both. We put that video out, and more people started coming around." Snacks Harrison, obviously, is who he's referring to there. It was during the stretch from the 2018 college season to the 2019 February combine time starting in February, when things really took off. Jordan started his own company, Trench Performance. He said, "I was training Rashawn Gary, and I had also been working with Ed Oliver, Cleveland Farrell, and Max Crosby. And all during this time, I was posting videos of their workouts. 3 of those guys were among the top 12 in the 2019 draft. Plus, Crosby was a fourth rounder. Gary says Gary became a full-time starter in 2021 and racked up 9.5 sacks. It's no surprise that he credits BT for helping him elevate his game. Rashawn Gary said, quote, "Day by day, year by year, I've been getting better and better, and B's been getting better at finding ways to improve my game. It's crazy because the repetition and the work that you put in training with Jordan, you see it on Sundays." So Jordan has an appetite. BT Jordan has an appetite for learning and improving, but one of his best qualities is that he's humble. Just defensive lineman John Franklin Myers said, quote, "To see somebody who wants to learn and wants to keep improving in his craft as a coach, especially in a profession where coaches are never wrong, he's just not like that. He wants to be better. He wants to do better." Franklin Myers also called him, quote, "the Aaron Donald of D-line training." So I think that's a good thing. Texans defensive tackle Malik Collins saw Jordan 3 times a week during the 2021 season. And he said right then was when Jordan was breaking back into coaching. And Jordan would say, quote, "I do the pass rush training, but I really want to coach." He would say that to Malik Collins and everybody else. Jordan got an internship in the 2021 preseason camp with the Cardinals training camp. He was coaching all the pass rush drills for all defensive positions. He worked with Chandler Jones, Marcus Golden, Rashard Lawrence. He started to get that itch to coach again. This is what he was missing. He was watching film, breaking down the offensive tackles they were going against, everything he wanted. After the preseason internship ended, it was a glimpse into his future, but he just wasn't there yet. So Michigan State at that time was looking for a pass rush specialist, PRS. Jordan got an interview with Mel Tucker, showed him the drills he would use in training, as well as his NFL clients going through the drills. Mel Tucker said, quote, "I love him. He's everything I want. Brandon's humble, and he's about working with the kids. He didn't come in bragging. He said he tries to help the kids get better, to teach them and to educate them on the game." So Jordan was in East Lansing through January of 2023, I believe. Working as the PRS. He also continues to train players individually, whether in high school, college, or the NFL. Jordan said, quote, "I'm blessed. You get blessed when you bless others. If you bless others without any attention, your blessings will happen. That's why to this day, if somebody comes to me and they don't have money to train, I'm still going to train them, because I'm not going to block my blessing trying to search for money, because it's going to come." So what is BT's why? We always ask that question when we talk about college coaches. We ask that about Laurinaitis. He's answered that. I think BT's why is he just loves helping young people be successful. generally speaking. And he's humble at it, again, he loves coaching, and he's found his calling, whether it's coaching the NFL guys or college. I can see him sticking around Ohio State and being a huge recruiting tool because of what he's done with the NFL guys, his experience, even though it's been a short time period, just over 10 years. I think this could be interesting to see if he is Larry Johnson's replacement. We'll see. Anyways, that's all I got for you today. Don't forget, 7:30 tonight, Sunday, YouTube Live. Check us out. Talk to you later. Go Bucks.